chants sauvages et des pluies d'été. Douceur dans tes envies d'orage aux ciels aimantés. Tes gestes de passage et ta main arrêtée. Douceur dans le bruit des pavages à tourner. Dans tes portes paysages aux vues dégagées. Douceur dans tes jeudis sauvages, tes mus cabossés. Tes gestes de passage et ta main arrêtée. Douceur dans tes cris de rage arrêtés. Doucement, tu me portes dans ta douceur de l'instant. Doucement, tu me portes dans ta douceur. C'est tentant, c'est tentant. Dans tes colères en passage et tes fruits goûtés. Douceur dans tes avis, tes sages balades à pied. Tes envies, tes virages au rythme compté. Douceur dans l'ennui de l'âge à combler. Doucement, tu me portes dans ta douceur de l'instant. Doucement, tu me portes dans ta douceur. C'est tentant, c'est tentant, c'est tentant, c'est tentant. Tu guys wanna sing with me? C'est tentant, c'est tentant, c'est tentant, c'est tentant. Repeat more. C'est tentant. C'est tentant, c'est tentant. Okay, keep that. C'est tentant, oser le tout dans le bruit. C'est tentant, aimer l'ondée de la pluie. C'est tentant, aller marcher sans le cri. C'est tentant, aimer l'ondée de la pluie. C'est tentant, oser le tout dans le bruit. C'est tentant, aimer l'ondée de la pluie. C'est tentant, aller marcher sans le cri. C'est tentant, aimer l'ondée de la pluie. Thank you.
Can you hear me? Yes. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Maureen. This was calming. I want to wake up like this every day. Maureen, I don't know if you can hear me, but I had a peek at your website and I got totally lost in your beautiful art. And while listening to your music, and then discovered that you teach. I don't know, can she hear me? I hope she can. That she teaches pastel drawing workshops. There she is, coming out. And you give ceramic classes for toddlers. And we can hire you for private events with friends to draw. You're so fun. So thank you so much for being here today. Good Creative Mornings, everyone. My name is Tina Roth-Eisenberg. I'm the founder of Creative Mornings and your New York City chapter host. I am welcoming you today from the ancestral land of the Lenape people, and we Creative Mornings want to recognize the significance of Brooklyn and New York City for Lenape people, past, present, and future. A big warm hello to all of you on the live stream. Please keep Brian busy. He's our live stream host. And I am so happy to be back at the Old Tishman. It's one of my all-time favorite venues and was also historically the last in-person event before the pandemic was here. And so there's lots of emotions every time we're here. I love being at Parsons, the School of Design, for having us. Fun fact, I've told this before, if you've been here, sorry, but I just love the story so much. I actually was dreaming of going to the school when I was in high school in Switzerland, growing up in the Swiss mountains. Couldn't convince my parents to let me do that, so I went to art school in Europe, and then I eventually moved here, and a few years later started teaching here, and that was such a cool moment to email my parents and say, like, remember that school I wanted to go to? I'm teaching there now. So I have a lot of affinity for being at Parsons. And there are currently so many interesting events happening at Parsons, because there is the Parsons Festival happening next week, from thesis presentations to art installations and book launches and thesis shows. And we're going to link to their events calendar in the follow-up email. You should really check it out. Anthony, Dree, Mark, Michael, Teek, you make this so easy to be here. Thank you so much for hosting us again. Can we give them a round of applause? I also want to acknowledge all of you for coming out early on a Friday morning, and it's kind of dreary out, so you are really my people. Raise your hand if this is your first Creative Mornings event ever. Oh, there's so many of you. I will give you literally a hug if you want afterwards. Not kidding. Just come up to me. And so some of the first-timers don't know that Creative Mornings is actually happening all over the world. So we have chapters all over the world who generously, the volunteers, donate their time and gather their local creative community for breakfast and a talk in over 69 countries every month for free. And to shine a light on our values and to remind ourselves why we do what we do, we read our manifesto at every event. And we always invite a community member to come up on stage and do that. And today that person is Remy Hunter. He's a designer. Ooh, Remy brought his fan base. I like it. Remy is a designer and software engineer at Oak Studios. It is the team that has designed and built and is maintaining and continues building our website for over a decade now. And according to Remy's profile, his secret superpower is Jeopardy. Remy, please do us the honor.
Wow, so many faces. I practiced this in the mirror before this, so hopefully this goes well. All right. All right, everyone is creative. A creative life requires bravery and action, honesty and hard work. We're here to support you, celebrate with you, and encourage you to make the things you love. We believe in the power of community. We believe in giving a damn. We believe in face-to-face connections, in learning from others, in hugs and high fives. We bring together people who are driven by passion and purpose, confident that they will inspire one another and inspire change in neighborhoods and cities around the world. Everyone is welcome.
All right, to all of you who have put your name in the 30-second pitch wheel. I'm so proud of you. For those of you that don't know what that is, at every event, we allow 4 of you to come on stage for 30 seconds and pitch whatever you want. Are you for hire? Are you looking for some kind of support? You want to make a friend? Are you looking for love? I'm going to say it every time. We have a story, a successful love story, so don't hold back. Exa, who's going to be the 4 lucky people who get the mic today?
Yes. Okay, we have Christy Yen. Are you here? Yeah, woo. Okay, you're going to come up after, right?
Afterwards.
Okay, yay. Round of applause. Kelsey with an art project. Kelsey? Woo! Caitlin Harper, traveling to Norway. Well, I'm not going to say what it is, sorry. Are you here, Caitlin? Yeah. Oh, hi, Caitlin. And Nate Betone. Yeah, okay, so come up after.
Yep. Woo. I will tell you when to come after the talk. All right. Who was here at last month's event? When I was so many of you, I was so incredibly excited to talk about this new thing we're building. I thought I'm going to burst before the event. And because all I care about is that you all get to hang out more and make more friends and just find each other to collaborate. And once a month, it's just not enough. And then we added the virtual field trips. They're great, but they're just not as easy to make friends because it's virtual. All of that said, we are prototyping a new thing that we announced last month. It's called CreativeMornings Clubs. It's a pilot. And what they are is they're community-led, hyper-local, intimate gatherings around something you love, entirely run by you. So we've started prototyping some of them. We've had mending circles. We've had write shops. And they have been so amazing. It's making my heart so happy. And after last month's event, we sent out a survey asking you, what do you think of this idea? Oh my God, did you respond? You did respond in droves. But not only that, some of you were like, yes, 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 and here's the club I want to host. So here are some of the all-stars that right away were raising their hand and saying, I want to host a club. There's Jillian Lenzer, who's launching the Sun Your Buns Creative Park Picnic Club. I just want to say, Jillian, you just have raised the bar. From now on, all the titles need to be punny and funny. Then there's our very own Nelson Luna, who's running around with his camera, who's documenting how good you look. He's going to organize a photographer pals. I'm not saying it right, Nelson. I tried, but you get it. It's punny, and I didn't do it. Then there's Sean, who has been hosting the Zoom Drawing Club, one of our field trips, we roped him in to do it IRL, and it's the Anyone Can Draw Club. So I highly recommend, if you want to draw, sign up for this one. And then there's Rachel, who's been hosting the Mending Circle. She's a total pro at this. And then there's Catherine, who brought back the formerly existing Write Shop, which was actually an invention by, some of you might remember, Kyle, who was part of HQ for many, many years. So Catherine I'm co-hosting with her a Write Shop where we get together once a month, every 2 weeks for an hour, and we write. And so the beauty of these clubs is that they're recurring. They aren't just one-off events. You can plan around it. And what we're going for here is depth of connection and friendship. And if you want to sign up for any of these, look in the event follow-up email for the event pages for them. And in general, look for our New York City chapter event email pages, because these clubs are currently not listed on our site. We're in full-on flying the plane as we're building mode. We're in prototyping mode. It's super scrappy for now. But we hope you're excited about them. And in this follow-up email as well, we're going to send out the survey again. Tell us what you think. Tell us your ideas. And raise your hand if you want to host your own club. I believe a community is not a community until it self-organizes. And I honestly think this is the moment I've been waiting for, building Creative Mornings for 15 and a half years, to finally allow all of you to self-organize, and so that this can spread and grow in a much faster fashion. And seeing you all so excited about this is literally jet fuel for all of us at HQ building this out right now. All right, are you glad we welcomed you with coffee this morning? I'm always very glad. And thanks to our partners, we are able to offer these events for free and offer free breakfast, so please allow me to thank them. First off, there's I want to say a big giant thank you to our beloved partner, MPB. Who here has photo or video gear sitting around that you're actually not really using? Or who here is dreaming of upgrading their photo or video gear? Yeah, me too. So MPB makes it super easy and worth to give your unused gear a new life or buy used gear. And they care deeply about visual storytelling and in a way that's good for people and the planet. They recirculate more than 500,000 items of camera gear a year, which is absolutely remarkable. And we just really love the MPB team. They're so lovely. Maggie, your team, you're just the most delightful people to partner with. Thank you so much. And then I want to say a big, big thank you to our forever longtime partner, Harvest. We love that they make us think about time. A while back, we did a campaign with them called Time Well Spent, where we interviewed remarkable people like Keith Yamashita of SY Partners, and we asked them to reflect on their relationship to time. And one of Keith's gems was this quote: "How we spend our time is how we spend our days. How we spend our days is how our life goes. How our life goes determines whether we thought it was worth living." And if you're like me and you think about time in your day-to-day, and if you need a simple and beautiful way to track and manage your time, expenses and invoices, then check out getharvest.com. It's an excellent tool for independent creatives and small businesses run by wonderfully generous and heart-centered humans. So thank you, Harvest. We love you. All right. What an absolute joy to introduce today's speaker, Adam Rubin. He is the best-selling author of beloved picture books like Dragons Love Tacos, Those Darn Squirrels, and his brand new book, The Truth About the Couch, that just came out. So just curious, who here is a parent of a little one who is currently obsessed with Adam's books? Oh my God, there's a few of you. Hi. Because I can tell you when my son, he's going to totally cringe now, he's actually sitting here, he's now 14. When he was little, he was Adam's biggest fan, and he nearly lost his mind. I remember being in the car driving, and Tilo was strapped into his car seat. He was like just about to turn 5. And I said, "Tilo, I just sent a DM to Adam Rubin, the guy that wrote all of his favorite picture books," and Tilo could barely breathe. He's like, "What do you mean?" You know. To him, it was like as if I was talking to a god. Because I DM'd Adam, and I was like, "I just want you to know that my son was begging me to have a secret pizza party." Like, that's his book, his favorite book. That's Tilo. Aren't you glad your face is not there, Tilo? Yeah. Anyway, and it's such a full circle moment to now be here. Like, Tilo just met Adam outside, and Tilo went like this. It's like, he said hi to me. I shook his hand. It's so cute. Anyway, raise your hand again. Who is obsessed? Who has little ones obsessed with? No, it's little ones. Okay, you're gonna get his new book, right? Sorry. Adam, we gotta make sure that that's gonna be signed, right, to the little one's name. Anyway. Onward. His collection of short fiction have inspired thousands of kids to write their own stories. He's also the co-creator of Bizarre Brooklyn, an outdoor wonder walk, which was so delightful when I took part in it. And he's a partner in the magical shop known Art of Play, where he designs puzzles, games, and sculptural illusions. Please give a rock star round of applause for Adam Rubin.
Wow. It is such a pleasure to be here. I've seen Creative Mornings as an attendee several times, and being up here on the stage is a bit surreal, but I'll do my best. We're going to start with, well, this is what we're going to talk about today, sharing wonder, how to amaze yourself and hopefully get that feeling to be shared with some other people too, in whatever it is that you do. Whether you're a documentary filmmaker or a photographer or a designer, we're going to take that element of wonder and try to amp it up in your own work. So let's start with a interactive origami tutorial. Everybody take out some money. Take out a bill. 20 is great, 100 is even better. Whatever you have in your wallet, take it out, hold it up, wave it around. I know a lot of us are tapping nowadays, but you're gonna miss out. If you don't have any paper folding money, you're gonna have to look on with your neighbor. But if you got the money ready, we're gonna start off. It's a quick tutorial. There's only 3 folds. It's very simple, but I've got some visual aids to help us all out. All right, I'm going to dive right in. Here we go. First fold. First fold, you're going to fold the bill in half. Very easy. You're going to fold the bill in half from the middle of the eye to the corner of the mouth. Middle of the eye to the corner of the mouth. Second fold, same thing, other eye. From the middle of the other eye to the other side, the corner of the other mouth. These folds may not be parallel, depending on what kind of bill you're using. But essentially, you're going to wind up with something like this. Right? Sort of the middle of the face there. And now comes the hardest part. This is the last fold. It's the hardest part. You're going to pinch that piece so that you create a fold down the center that goes the opposite way of the other two, which means you'll wind up with something like this. Kind of like an M, right? Okay? Once you've done that, you can flatten the bill out a little bit, kind of smooth it out, hold it just where it is, and we'll get to it in a second. So, you may have noticed, if you've ever examined U.S. currency, that the faces on the bills look sort of morose, right? A bit serious. And it's not that the presidents weren't good time Johnnies. Some of them were a barrel of laughs, especially Franklin, from what I'm told. But the way they used to take portraits back then, you couldn't really smile. It would take too long. You know, your face would get tired. It would mess up the picture. So they had to have a kind of a neutral face. We can fix that. So hold the bill just like it is in the picture there, and you're going to tickle the face under the chin and tilt the top of the bill away from you. And you will notice that the president starts to smile. If only it were so easy in everyday life, right? But that's not all. If you poke him in the eye and you tilt the bill the other way, he frowns. Now, if nobody near you has money, you got to show it to them. It's written now. So now, happy, sad, happy, sad. You can do this. Now, anytime there's a $1, $20, $100 bill around, you can unleash this moment of astonishment for anybody in the nearby vicinity. Happy, sad, happy, sad. So that feeling you're all feeling right now, that is wonder. Yeah, that's right. Feels good, doesn't it? Doesn't it feel good? Feels so good. Don't you wish you could evoke more of that in your own work? Well, let's see. So, focus and context can remind us to appreciate all sorts of magical things that we normally take for granted. A great example would have been the recent eclipse. How many times have you looked up at the sun and thought, or the moon, and I mean, they're just there. But when they cover each other perfectly, wow, we start to have these cosmic reflections and start to contemplate our place in the universe. So focus and context can remind us to appreciate all sorts of magical things that we take for granted, and I'd like to prove that. I mean, we did it with a bill, but who has something else in their pocket, something unremarkable? Who's got some, reach into your pocket, see if there's something unremarkable in your pocket. Could be anything. Anything you've got that's, you wouldn't even notice if it went missing. Perfect, that's great, thank you. Look at this. What is this? Chapstick. Okay. Chapstick. If you had lost this, if it had fallen out of your pocket, you wouldn't have noticed, right? Before right now. But now it's something special. I mean, think about it. Inside of this is a global alchemy of balms and herbs and vitamins, something that would have been impossible 100 years ago to collect from the four corners of the earth. And they're all combined in this little container, which is made of plastic. Plastic, a space-age material, didn't exist 70 years ago, right? Those polymers so tightly wound, created in a laboratory by chemistry so advanced that this material, this object, will survive long after this building has crumbled to the ground. And this isn't just any chapstick. This is, what's your name? Joyce. This is Joyce's chapstick. Joyce's chapstick. Joyce, 6,000 pairs of Homo sapiens had to procreate from the dawn of civilization for you to be here right now. What if one of them had a headache that day? You know? Will you come up onto the stage, Joyce? Give Joyce a round of applause. She's going to come up here. Come on up, Joyce. You can use the stairs. You can jump up. It's up to you. Dealer's choice. Now, Joyce, you could have slept in this morning, right? How did you find out about the event?
My friends in the first row here.
Right, and how did you meet them?
Through like a YouTube course.
Right, so if you hadn't taken that YouTube course and you hadn't met these people, you wouldn't be standing here on stage right now at Creative Mornings, and it's all because of this chapstick. Joyce, maybe this isn't just a chapstick. Maybe this is your lucky chapstick. Will you hold on to this? Hold it in the circle. I want everybody in the room to think about the luckiest moment of their life. Some event of cosmic coincidence, some positive, graceful moment of something that really excellent happened to you that maybe shouldn't have. I want you to think of that moment. I want you to focus on this chapstick, and I want you to chant with me. Joyce, 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 Joyce. And it's done. Do you feel it? Feels warm now, doesn't it? Yeah. This is no longer some random pocket junk. This is now a magical charm. This is treasure. You have to treasure it, cherish it. Wherever you bring that lucky chapstick, Joyce, that's your lucky chapstick, and wherever you bring it, it will bring you positivity and good fortune. Thank you for joining us today. You didn't know you were going to seance, did you? So the only difference between the ordinary and the extraordinary is perspective, right? It doesn't happen right away, but with proper focus and meditation, you can find wonder anywhere. Focus leads to fascination, leads to inspiration, leads to levitation. That's the goal, right? So we know what wonder feels like. We all saw the bill and the monkey. We can find that wonder anywhere we choose, right? We found it in the chapstick, Joyce's lucky chapstick, which she's going to keep with her always. But how do we communicate that personal wonder to other people? How do we make them feel the same way we do? If Joyce tries to explain this chapstick thing to somebody at dinner tonight, they may not be so fascinated, right? Well, I'd like to share an example of something I personally find wonderful. It's a curious demonstration with a pencil and a yo-yo. Now, what do you think will happen to the heavy, heavy yo-yo if I let go of the string? It's going to fall. It's going to crash to the stage. That's what I would have said too. But if I line it up just right, centripetal force and friction combine to create a kind of grappling hook that stops the yo-yo from falling. Watch. Oh. Yo-yo says, no, no. Now, this little stunt was originally published in 1926 by a Canadian magician named Stuart James. Stuart James, a brilliant creator of magic, puzzles, recreational mathematics, also an extreme social recluse, lived with his mother, rarely left the house. He would brainstorm with his three imaginary friends, Rigonali, Faxton, and Cordova. This is true. Don't laugh. He was incredibly prolific. You see that book that he's holding in his hand? That's a collected almanac of his life's work. Yeah, and that is volume 1 of 3. So maybe we all need imaginary friends. This stunt has fascinated me for years. The history, the physics, the philosophical implications. I mean, it blows my mind and fills me with wonder. And yet, you're all sitting there feeling something less than wonder. Amusement at best, maybe? But we're going to try an experiment. Because I believe that drama and enthusiasm can help you spread your personal wonder. Obviously, if you're excited about something, that can be infectious. People can get excited about that. But the main thing I'd like to explore today is some universal dramatic elements that you can use to help make your personal wonder more impactful, more memorable for a wider audience, no matter what medium you choose to communicate. So we'll do this as an exercise. We're going to turn this little nifty little yo-yo trick into something outrageous, something unforgettable, an indelible memory that haunts you for the rest of your days. For that, we need someone who has a really nice phone, a really nice camera on their phone, or just a really nice camera, but a really nice camera on your phone, and 2 people who are over 6 feet tall. That's what we need, 2 people. And can you come up too? You two? Just a spot, just to help. Okay, we're good. We're good. Yeah? All right, perfect. Oh, you're very tall. Okay, great. Can you stand here? You stand right here. Can you stand right over here, sir? Very good. And you've got the camera. Okay, perfect. Stand over here. I'm going to hand you this string. Perfect. And now here's what's going to happen, okay? You're going to stand up on this chair, face this way. You're going to stand up in that chair, face this way. Can you come over here? You're going to spot him. Safety first. Put one foot by the chair. Put one foot on his back. You're going to come over here. You're going to do over here. Same with this guy. Okay? Put your foot there. Put there. There we go. Okay, very good. You've got this. So now, all right, very good. The first dramatic element I'd like to explore is spectacle. Yeah, so we make everything bigger. It's a little more memorable, right? Bigger string. Remember, we had the yo-yo, but now we've got slightly bigger string. We need a bigger stick here. So let's do this. All right, will you put that on your shoulders? All right. See? Already looms larger in your imagination. Much more memorable because of the spectacle. Hold on to that for me if you would. Actually, let's do this. Okay, you hold on to that. Very good. Okay, see? Spectacle. Much bigger, already looms larger in your imagination. Much more memorable. You can use this in your own work. Spectacle, make it bigger. Increase the scale. But we're missing tension. Tension, yeah. Yeah, because if the yo-yo falls, who cares? Right? Who cares? But you said you had a really nice camera on your phone. So, let's just see. Ooh, this is heavy. No case. Yeah, no case. Wow. Bold. I got out here. Let's just see. You ever drop it from that high up before? No. It's all right. It'll be fine. They're designed to be dropped. What they're not designed for is getting stabbed. Okay. I didn't used to carry a butterfly knife. But have you ridden the subway at night lately? It's wild down there. All right. Okay, so now we've got tension. See? I wasn't messing around. Yeah, I don't know if this is covered by Apple Care, but we're going to find out. Okay, give me that side. You're going to take this one. Hold on to that. Very good. Okay. Line this up. Eat your heart out, Steven Sagmeister. All right, hold that. Take a step back. There you go. That's perfect. Okay. Very good. A little step, one more step back. Now, there's tension. Right? It's like the sword of Damocles. In fact, in some countries, this is how they start the ritual for double circumcision. Yeah. Don't worry, guys, don't worry. This is just a bigger version of the yo-yo trick, okay? It's just a quirk of physics, works every single time, so don't even worry about it, okay? Okay, well, now there's more tension. But we're still missing something. We're missing something here. Contrast. Contrast. That's the next dramatic element we'll explore. Contrast. Yeah. Because the knife is metal, the phone is metal, they're both shiny and sleek. We need something more colorful. Something more delicate. Something more vulnerable. But where's the emotional connection? Why do we care? You know what I mean? Everybody? I'd like you to meet Bob. This is Bob. Bob is from Ridgewood, New Jersey. This is Bob's first day on the job, and it also happens to be Bob's birthday. Everybody say, happy birthday, Bob. Happy birthday, Bob. See, now there's an emotional connection, much more memorable. Don't run away, Bob. Be brave. Coward! Thank you. Okay. All right. I guess we should call this pathos. Duck down for a sec. There we go. Captivating, isn't it? I can already feel this spectacular mise-en-scène forming an indelible impression upon your fragile eggshell minds. But never underestimate the element of surprise. And in the words of the great Australian poet, thank you very much. In the words of the great Australian poet, Crocodile Dundee, that's not a knife. This is a knife. Yeah. So, let's just review, okay? We've got, spectacle. We take a step forward. We got spectacle. We've got contrast, right? We've got tension. There we go. All right, very good. Okay, that's on there, good. Hold that, don't let go. Very good. We've got pathos. We've got surprise. Pretty memorable stuff. But, hey, you know what? Can you take a selfie without letting go of the string? Here, take that. All right. Everybody looks super happy. Yep, take it. Don't forget to tag Creative Mornings. There's the selfie. That's what we want. There it is. Nice. Okay, so now we got photographic evidence. We don't even really have to do it, do we? No, but like, what's more memorable than that? Photographic evidence. Years from now, you'll show this photo to your grandchildren and say, we used to capture images in just 2 dimensions. You know what? We can make this bigger still. Yeah. All right, here. Hold this. I'm going to take this from you for a second. I want you guys to choke up, hold the end of the pole. You're going to start bending it upwards. It's going to make an arc upwards, up into the air. We're going to try to keep that knife into the middle of the pole there, right? Now straighten your arms up. Use your outside hand, so facing the audience. Use the hand facing the audience. Up, up, up. Okay, very good. And then you're going to top up on this chair. Hold on. Hold on. You're going to make this even. So you're going to stand, put the chair a little closer because you're going to stand right where my hand is. Very good. Thank you very much. You got that? Yeah. Just hold it just there. Don't not too high up. So you're gonna. Okay, yeah, you don't want it to get wrapped around anything. Is that even with the tip? Don't freak out. It's gonna be fun. Okay. I got one last surprise for you folks. One last surprise. The human element. I'm gonna join Bob under the knife. But what's the most memorable choreography? Do I place him over my face? Over my heart? No. I choose the most vulnerable and treasured part of my anatomy. Happy birthday, Bob. All right. Here we go. Let's just see. I think we're good. All right. You know, let's just double check one last time. Why not? Just double check here. Okay, you're going to want to make sure. So I'm going to hold this. Hold on just to the end. Okay? Like this part, yeah. Okay, and you're going to make it so it's even with the tip of the knife. Okay? A little bit higher? There it is. Perfect. Whew. Hard to believe this all started with a yo-yo trick, huh? But look how far we've come with just a little creativity and imagination. This could be your next poster, you know? Who knows? Okay. We're going to do this. You ready on the right? You ready on the left? You ready, Bob? He's ready. Nice knowing you, buddy. The knife is going to fall, plummet down, pop the balloon, stop, bing, 1 inch before impact. So the balloon will pop, but hopefully nothing else will. Okay. What's your name back there? Mike. Mike. Take a deep breath, Mike. Let it out. All right. Everything's going to be just fine. I've done this twice before, and I know exactly what went wrong both times. Okay.
Are you sure, man?
Oh, yeah. We're going to do it. Okay. On the count, when I say go, you're going to drop that string. Don't tug it. Don't pull it. Don't spin it. Just let go and pray. Everybody else, no matter what happens, do not move. Straighten your arms. Straighten your arms. Raise your hand. Straighten your hands. Straighten your arms. Okay, and make that even with the knife if you can. Raise your hand up. Yeah, you got that? Straighten your arms up a little more. There it is. Okay. And it's even with the tip of the knife? Okay, perfect. Are you ready? Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. My goodness. Woo! Making memories. Making memories. That was pretty memorable, right? Feel a little bad celebrating, though. We killed Bob. Look at this. Oh. Blew his butthole right off. It's a tragedy. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's a tragedy. But think about this. What's more memorable than a tragedy, right? You know, you got to remember a tragedy. The only thing more memorable than a tragedy is a tale of redemption, you know? Like a Cinderella story. But at this point, we need some sort of a miracle for that. Oh my God. I think I hear a heartbeat. Hang in there, buddy. We got a little bit of a Humpty Dumpty situation on our hands here. See if we can... Stay with me, buddy. Bob, stay away from the light. Go away from the light. He's a fighter. He can hang in there. He might need CPR. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's the butthole. Which one is the... All right, here, go. Come on, buddy. Live, you magnificent bastard! Oh. Bob, everyone! Oh, Jesus. Redemption! Bob, everyone! Bob! Now look at that. We are all cheering for a rubber sack full of coffee breath right now. So I guess my point is that perspective and context can turn the ordinary into the extraordinary, right? I mean, Bob's a hero. And I wouldn't be confused why if you wanted to take a photo with Bob later on. If you want to take a selfie with Bob, he's a hero. I get it. But I want to thank you for sharing your enthusiasm with me here today. I hope that those dramatic elements that we explored will help you in your own work, will help you to share your own personal wonder, and please get in touch if you ever want to chat about any strange projects. You can find me on the internet at Rubingo Books or on my website, whothehell.com. Thank you so much for having me. I hope you enjoyed that presentation. The remote?
The mic? The mic? The microphone.
Oh, the microphone.
Stay there.
Okay.
This is on. I have to say, I'm so glad. I had no idea what you're doing
Yeah, I
because
didn't-
I just nearly died.
I didn't want to
back
tell
there.
you exactly what was going on.
And, you know, never
I think
a
it was
dull
wise.
moment
I think
hosting
it was a
Creative
wise-
Mornings.
I think I made the right choice.
Ooh,
You know, ignorance is bliss, Tina.
my heart is still beating really fast. I texted my COO, do we have insurance?
Hey, don't worry. Don't worry, Tina. I thought ahead. I have clown insurance from the World Clown Association. That's not a joke. That's, yeah.
Okay. Anyone want to ask a question?
I see one hand. Okay. In the middle there.
Over there. Of course, on the other side.
You want to
Coming.
shout? No, in the middle. You want to shout it out? I can probably hear you.
Can you repeat the question, Adam?
The question was, Tina, how does my brain work? You got to ask my wife about that one. I'm not sure exactly. I don't know. I mean, basically, that was it. I'm not kidding. You know, the first time I read that little stunt, it was done with like a matchstick and a key, and I was like, it could be a little more dramatic than that, couldn't it? And that's basically where we wound up. Yeah. Right here, yeah, you got a question? Yeah, please. No, go on. What was something that happened in childhood? Yeah, so
Can you repeat the question for live stream?
the question was, hello, live stream. I don't know what that was like for you, but don't try this at home. Well, the question is, what from childhood do I take with me into my work? And this may not be the answer that people who read my books to kids want to hear, but fire. I loved fire when I was a kid. I did. I loved it. I would make bombs. Everybody remember the Anarchist Cookbook? Anybody read that? Yeah. I would make bombs in the woods. I am so glad I grew up pre-9/11 because I would definitely have had some problems putting stuff on YouTube and things like that. But luckily, YouTube did not exist when I was pre-adolescent, and we would make all sorts of fun explosives. And my most popular book has like the biggest explosion in children's literature, I believe. And in my own work, anytime I can use firecrackers or flash paper or lycopodium powder, I'm all about it. I love fire. So, and also in the outdoors, we like to make fires outdoors too, in a safe way, most of the time. Another question? Yeah. Okay.
I'm curious how you put like a practice of wonder in your daily life.
Yeah. So that's a great question. Thank you for that. And that's kind of how Bizarre Brooklyn came about. And Alex Boyce is here somewhere, my co-creator. So shout out to Alex Boyce, Alexander Boyce. Go see him at Speakeasy Magic. Speakeasy Magic, great show that's running all the time in New York City. Wonderful close-up magic show. And just kind of during the pandemic, it was tough, right? Like, where do you find wonder when you're stuck inside of your house all day and like looking at little squares on the computer? And I started taking these walks around the neighborhood. I just love that Bob is just being bopped around. You can't see this on the live stream, but he's just kind of boop, boop, boop. It's like a fish concert in here. And I would walk around, I would like look at the trees because it was the only way to kind of mark the passage of time. And I found that at first I was amazed by the trees, just they're these gigantic living creatures. Imagine if there was a 70-foot tall squirrel outside your house and it was there every day. You would not walk out of the house without being like, look at that thing. Wow, there it is. But trees we somehow take for granted. I'm not sure why. And so I started really noticing the trees and the way they would change. And then the more I learned about the trees, which trees were which, what they did, how they flower, why they have this kind of bark or this kind of, the leaf pattern alternating in opposite leaves and all the different seed pods and everything, it became more fascinating. And then the more I learned about that, so I realized that you can kind of fascinate upon any object that sort of tickles your brain. A lot of people think inspiration feels like a lightning bolt, and sometimes it does, if you're lucky. But a lot of times it's just like this little tickle, and you can miss it if you don't pay attention. So I think that's my best practice is to just, when I feel that little bit of like, oh, tuning forks, what is that going on? And then you just sort of stay with that. And I don't meditate necessarily, but maybe that's the best word for it, is just kind of focus on that and see what happens if I hit it on a plate or on a ground and just play. Really, that's maybe the best word is play.
Thank you, Adam.
I just want to point out that when you invited me to come, you said the theme was spicy. So
If your name was called before, come on up on stage. You're going to get the mic for 30 seconds. And when you're done with your 30-second pitch, Exa is going to, don't leave, stay at the side of the stage, and Exa is going to take all the notes because we're going to send what you pitched out in the follow-up email. All right, who's the first one? Come on up. Come on, don't be shy, come on.
Hello. Hi, I'm Christy, and I'm the founder of Slanted, an Asian American publishing house, and our last issue is actually themed wonder, so it feels very appropriate. But I'm also a creativity coach, so that means I help people who want to come back home to themselves, to their creativity, to help them do that and help them rediscover their inner child. And through my work at Slanted, I've worked with over 150 authors and artists, so part of my work also is if you have a book idea or you want to build a writing practice, I can help you with that. So, I guess I'll send my contact information to Exa, but thank you.
You can tell her everything right there. Next one up, come on up. Come on up, come on up.
Hi, I'm Caitlin. I have a 2.5-year-old. I'm very glad I didn't bring her, even though she's a big fan, but I got the book, so I'm gonna be like, today, Mom, you got a book, and didn't almost die. So I am taking my 2.5-year-old and my husband, who's not 2.5, but acts like it, to Norway in August. She's well-traveled. I am like a solo backpacker person. I've never been to Norway, so I would love travel tips for Norway and travel tips for frequent flyer, but cushy-lived 2.5-year-olds. So if anyone has toddler travel tips or Norway travel tips, I'll take them. Thanks.
On my Creative Mornings profile, my superpower is actually keeping little ones entertained on the airplane. Let's talk. I have lots of tricks up my sleeves. Next one.
Hi guys, my name is Kelsey, and I started underground street art gallery under the BQE, under the highway, if you guys know what that is. Anyway, we're doing, once a month, we paste up, and this coming Saturday, we're gonna have like a walkthrough. So if anyone wants to put up artwork underneath the BQE with a bunch of people, let me know. It's Gallery BQE. Write me a message on Instagram, and this is not approved by the city, but
All right, next one.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Nate Bertoni. Adam, I love you. Incredible. I'm a set designer, writer, and Broadway producer. I'm deeply inspired by Adam, and I've created a children's book called Nana Nana, which is, like my other work, dedicated to ending Alzheimer's disease. I've partnered with Hilarity for Charity, which is Seth and Lauren Rogen's new charity, and the Alzheimer's Association, and we are published September 17th. We're currently aiming to donate 50 books in every of the 50 states to nursing homes, senior centers, and those in need to talk about dementia and Alzheimer's. You can find it at Alzheimer's Children's Book on Instagram. Thank you.
I just want to congratulate everyone who dares to put their name into the 30-second pitch wheel. It's always at the entrance when you check in. Next time, if you feel inspired, put your name in. Thank you so much. This was wonderful. Before I let you go, I want to say thank you to our incredible army of volunteers of our New York City chapter. Without them, we couldn't host these events. Angelica, Amanda, Alicia, Brian, Casey, Celestine, Colin, Daniel, Ella, Emily, Esmeraldas, Evelyn, Exa, Leah, Megan, Romaine, and Cece. Thank you so much for helping make these events run so smoothly. Then thanks to Matthew and Kevin. You can watch the live stream. Hire these folks. They're so reliable. They're so wonderful. And thanks to Amin and Henny, these handsome brothers, you were able to watch the live stream, and you can watch the talk again. Again, all of these folks are so reliable. Also Nelson, he takes amazing photos if you ever need an event documented. All of these humans are your people. If you didn't catch their name, reach out to us. They're also in the follow-up email if you want to reach out to them. And as always, I want to leave you with a quote. This one is from Adrienne Marie Brown. Magic happens through relationships and through faith. How do you build the trust so that people believe that magic is possible? You have to let people cultivate solidarity and love for each other individually. Almost anything can happen in a room where people have that level of connection with at least few others in that space. That's all you need. Next month, we're gonna have a first ever poetry open mic. I'm calling all of you poets, wannabe poets, seasoned poets, new poets, come and put your name down and read us your poetry. And June 21st at New Lab. And until then, I wish you a wonderful weekend. Thank you for being here. And I can't wait what club you're gonna start.